and experiences.
No, not at all.
Though I'll admit, I can't say I've ever experienced it on the same level as Amrouche.
Right, of course.
But one thing that really struck me is how the article makes it clear that Amrouche's experience, it wasn't like the only Algerian experience, you know?
Absolutely not.
They mention other Algerian intellectuals, Moulod Faroun, Katib Yassine, and each of them had their own unique perspective.
Of course, just like there's no single American experience or French experience, it's individual. Everyone navigates their own identity in their own way.
Exactly.
But I think what makes Amrouche stand out is how he went beyond just feeling conflicted. He actually took action.
Yeah, he didn't just sit back and observe, he became an advocate.
Exactly. The article, it highlights this really fascinating transition from poet to this powerful political voice.
So what kind of things was he saying? How was he making his voice heard?
Well, he did more than just condemn colonialism, though he certainly did that. He went deeper. Amrouche, he really dug into the psychology of being colonized.
Oh, wow. What do you mean by that?
Like how it impacts your sense of self, your relationship to your own culture. It's really insightful stuff.
I bet.
And he made this really important distinction between, the idealized vision of France, the one many people hold dear, and then the brutal reality of French colonialism. Those are two very different things.
It reminds me of how people can love a country's ideals, its values, but at the same time condemn its actions. It's that nuance,
Exactly. And this was back then, so even more complex.
Right, totally.
And you could see in his writing, his commitment to Algerian independence ran deep. The article even mentions how he wrote directly to Krim Belkacem.
Who was that again?
He was one of the leaders of the Provisional Government of the Algerian Republic, the GPRA.
Okay, got it.
So Amrouche is writing to one of the top figures in the movement.
Wow, talk about taking it to the top. What was he hoping to accomplish by reaching out directly like that?
Well, he was urging the GPRA to really consider negotiating with de Gaulle.
Interesting.
He saw de Gaulle as someone they could potentially work with to achieve independence.
Huh. I imagine not everyone agreed with him on that one.
Oh, absolutely not. A lot of people saw de Gaulle as an obstacle. But Amrouche saw a path forward.
That's fascinating. It kind of shows his political awareness,
Yeah.
To see a potential for peace, even in all that chaos.